Welcome to another edition of Canadian Tour TV. I'm Scott Pritchard here with a familiar face, Mr. Richard Zokol. And Richard, not too far from here, you have Sagebrush Golf and Sporting Club, which I had the opportunity to play on Wednesday, and it's a magnificent place. Tell us how Sagebrush came to be. What was the sort of brainchild behind that?
Well, as my PGA Tour was coming around the clubhouse turn, and I knew that there wasn't much time left, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do after playing professional golf, and I became smitten with Redtail Golf Club, and John Drake and Chris Goodwin are a couple of good friends of mine. I spent a lot of time there, and I really liked what they did. They did something very much out of the box, and then I played a golf course called Bandon Dunes, and totally got inspired by that type of design. So Sagebrush in my present profession now and the future is developing something that is going to be, well, I'd like to think that is one of Canada's greatest golf havens, and attracting like-minded people who love golf, fly fishing, being around good people, and something that's very much out of the box in the from a golf course point of view in the industry.
It really is out of the box. There's, if people get a chance to play it, they'll get to the tee and there's no tee markers. There's no yardage markings on the golf course. The greens are massive. You said that there's one green that's 22,000 square feet, and it's really an experience that you wouldn't expect to have in Canada. And you speak about the minimalist design. Speak a little bit about, for those people that don't know what minimalist is, and the whole, I guess it's more about the design and the actual experience. Well,
minimalist design it's not new. It's basically it's a revolution going back to the origins of the game. It's new in North America, in Canada, and the United States. I think in the past 50 years or so, there's been an overabundance of a whole bunch of things: wealth, waterfalls, watering, fertilizer. Even the attitude of what the golfer consumer expects. It's moving towards GPS and entitlements, and quite frankly, I don't think that's the game. I think the game is about character. Minimalist design is raw golf courses, and as minimal as it can be, and that's how they built golf courses 300 years ago, and up to about 100 years ago, and pre-World War II. So that type of a game, now that you go back to it, and you can get a taste of it at the old course, and a lot of links golf, and Bandon Dunes certainly in North America. And having options to play the ball on the ground is a lot better for the average golfer, and also to the higher handicapper. In the past 30 years, we've been creating golf courses that are trying to be like Augusta National and the PGA Tour courses we see on TV, and emerald green and soft. And quite frankly, it's a one-dimensional game. It's always in the air, and island greens. It doesn't give a higher handicapper a chance to bounce the ball up or top the ball forward, and give them a chance. And I think one of our strategies that we have to incorporate moving forward, because the game of golf is broken, is we got to make it more accessible and playable for the average golfer.
What's been your favorite experience in building Sagebrush? Perhaps now that it's you've seen your sort of like, I guess, a child, and you see it growing and maturing. But talk about what's been your favorite experience.
Well, it's been out of the box for me, because I'm a golf pro. I play golf for a living, and then my parents taught me to believe in myself and go forward, and I think it served me well as a professional golfer, and to go forward in creating something and never been gone down that road. My first co-design with Rod Whitman and Armin Sooney, and to create something, well, to have the courage to do something different, and boy is it different, and we are so proud of it. So those things, and then the business side of it, we had to go raise a bunch of money. You had to deal with sophisticated investors. You had to put together a product that they're going to invest in, and deal with all the bureaucratic stuff. So my hat's off to developers. I don't want to be a developer. I thought there was a lot of risk in golf, but boy, there's some risk in development.
For sure. Now, it's no secret that the golf industry, as you alluded to earlier, is broken. And, people probably say, how does Sagebrush survive when, the business model is you're going after that CEO type of person, and perhaps people are ignorant to the fact of what is actually the business model. Maybe talk a little bit about that.
Oh, absolutely. I think that first of all, if someone from the outside looks in and looks at what we're doing, they just won't understand it, because it doesn't make sense from a conventional standpoint. What we make sure we do is we spend significantly less in our maintenance, and we believe we have the finest greens in the whole country, and our root structure is down about 24 inches, and we water once a week. So from a conventional standpoint, people don't understand that. In this part of the country, people water every day. So and then how we the cost of our budgeting, and how we maintain our golf course. My partner Armin Sooney is he's been superintendent at Marion, Aronimink, Cherry Hills, Castle Pines, Shadow Creek, and he's been hired by Medina to prepare Medina for the 2012 Ryder Cup. So we've got the greatest knowledge in North America, in the world, in fact, and we're able to cut costs or not have any waste. We're not, there's just no waste in what we do, and we make sure that we spend our dollars very efficiently and very purposefully. And then our model from a golf course point of view and a membership point of view, we just make sure that the costs are down. The product is extremely good. It has to be, or else it won't survive. And we think that the product it has to sell itself, and we've been successful with that, and we think we're going to continue our success with it.
That's great stuff, and I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about your golf game and where that stands. You see a lot in the media, and I know you're active on the blogs with Robert Thompson, and people asking you, are you going to make a run at the Champions Tour? And so I'll leave all those questions into one. What's the status of Dick Zokol's golf game?
My game it's perfect. It's fantastic. And only because I don't play golf anymore. I've hit the ball. I played 6 holes yesterday. The last time I played was a month ago, and prior to that was 6 months ago. So I'm not enthusiastic about playing, quite frankly. If I had eligibility, I'm Dave and Dan Halderson and myself. We're stuck on the outside with the Champions Tour, and if I was eligible as an exempt player, I'd be out there like a rat out of an aqueduct, as my partner says. But I'm not about to go chase it. And if I'm not going to play competitively, I really don't have a big desire to play a lot of golf. I don't find leisure golf stimulating, and I want to play only golf courses that are stimulating, like old classic courses, fast and firm courses. I'm not too inspired to play cookie cutter courses that are very typical, and so I don't play a lot. I play, I'm going to play a little bit at Sagebrush, but the business side of it, we've got a couple other business ventures we're starting, and that's really got my attention. Having gone through kind of an MBA with Sagebrush, so to speak.
Great. Well, great to speak with you, and thanks a lot for coming out to this event. I know you're following Nick Taylor around and some of our young great players, and it could be shaping up to a great day with local Roger Sloan, and he's played the golf course, and I know he loves Sagebrush. We were talking about it yesterday, but again, thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Scott, and good luck. And it's always nice to see the future of the future of golf, and they're in good hands. There's some good players out here. Nick's a fine young man. He's got a good game, and he's got a bright future ahead of him, and so does Roger. And I'd be remiss to talk about Mitch Gillis as well, who I mentor. We got a fine group of Canadian representatives, and we wish him all the luck.
Great. Thanks, Richard.